That's what I find fascinating. Before serving the legislature, I was a county supervisor, and in 2006 I was president of the California State Association of Counties, and I traveled to all 58 counties to visit them, see what's unique and see what's special about them. You will put yourself on the map. You will make such a difference if you send David Hadley to Sacramento. You'll miss him, but he'll be home on the weekends. We'll make him work during the week, but then he'll be free back here on the weekend to stay connected to all of you. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for what you're doing. We're all trying. We can do this. We have a chart. We show that in the midterm of a president's election, and since 1922, only twice has the party that's in power in the White House picked up seat. The last time that happened was with President Bush's second term, but that, we believe, was because of 9/11. Every other time, the other party that's not in power does well. President, with all due respect to the president, it's a tough job. You know, my hair will never be gray. I've noticed that President Obama's hair has gotten more gray since he got there, and he's a young man. But in the second, you know, in the midterm election, without a presidential election on the ballot, the party not in power always succeeds. We are on track to do that, and we want that. Let's have an orange wave, whatever kind of wave you want.
Tsunami.
We want that to roll over California.
Orange
and
crush.
And really, that's good too. Don't tell Denver, we're borrowing that. But once again, I can't say it enough. Thank you for what you're doing. 90 more days, you can do it. Devote yourself, devote your time. Keep pushing David. I know he works hard. He's already shown us that. I gotta love this guy. When he comes to Sacramento to visit and to work, it's like up early in the morning and then back at night. Other folks come and they hang out and they stay. I don't even always see him when he's there. That's good. He doesn't need to convince me. I'm already on board. But he's working hard. I can see here that he's got volunteers that are going to work just as hard. And we're very, very excited about this race. In fact, we're counting on you. You know, I've pledged to do everything that I can in my power. And it looks like you're backing it up with a strong team. So very happy to be here. And thank you all again. Appreciate you all very, very much. I do. If you have time, I have time.
And so just to, so we have, the Orange Club is from a lot of different places, but it's based in Orange County. And I won't introduce everybody here, but Alex and, where's Peter? And Alex and Peter I met less than 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
And so we've done a lot in 2 months. I mean, they've been doing other things to get ready for this. But so we've got the Orange Club, but we have, how many interns do we have now, Dylan? Are we up to 7 interns? So, yeah. We have 7 interns. Great. We have a terrific volunteer effort in our district.
Can't do it without you.
My wife, Suzanne, is right there. We have not only united the center-right in the district and gotten a lot of the traditionally committed Republicans to help, but we've reached out and have gotten a lot of people who've not been involved in the South Bay to really step up. And that's how you get this kind of effort on a Saturday in August.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
So
impressive.
We're really excited.
There's a lot more people here than there were at the breakfast I just spoke. Maybe they heard I was coming.
So why don't we do questions from the Orange Club kids, if you guys have any questions for Connie Conway, and then we'll do a brief Q&A for a couple other volunteers, and then we'll go outside for a big group photo, and then everybody can go out and knock doors. So if you guys, do you guys have questions for Assemblywoman Conway? Yeah, one sec. Let's see if.
You said it was like we need to attract more like small businesses to California. What are the biggest problems facing the small business in California?
Well, you know, it's easy for me to throw out platitudes and say there's too much regulation, which there is. But I think California used to be the golden opportunity state. You know, everybody came here either because it has an entrepreneurial spirit. You could come here with nothing. My college roommates, I lived with 2 sisters. Their father came from Portugal at age 14, didn't speak the language, got dropped off in the wrong place, and worked and had an idea, saved his money, until he was 20 years old. He worked on a dairy, hard work, day and night, saved that money, put his idea into action, and eventually, long story short, he owned a multi-state trucking company, because what they did, he had some of the first refrigerated trucks that hauled milk. Where I live, there's a lot of cows. I represent more cows than I do people. But they're good constituents. They produce and they don't complain. They're all registered, they're just not registered. Or I could be Queen of California. Anyway, California used to be that kind of place. You come with nothing, and if you work hard, your dreams can come true, and you can be good. And the education system, it was another draw of this great state of California. People came here because we had the finest education system. Then they got here, and then they stayed. I don't think I need to tell you where the education necessarily ranks anymore. And as a small businessman told me the other day, he said, Connie, I have fully 17, maybe 18 agencies that I have to report to just to open the front door of my business. I have to get a license from the city and a license from the county, and then there's the state, and then there's OSHA. We've just become so over micromanaging that it doesn't allow people to follow their dream and to have an idea and say, I'm going to start this small business and I'm going to work hard. I'm going to hire more people. I'm going to offer jobs, and I'm going to succeed. I'm going to take care of my family and make sure they have what they need. And some of us really miss that part of California. So small business in California is considered anybody that employs 50 employees or less. And that's why I think people miss the power of small businesses altogether. We hear about the big ones. We don't always hear about the small ones. I'll give you another real quick example, and I do talk too much, so cut me off if you need to. My dear friend from home, another entrepreneurial idea.